We're heading up this hill here called Dumyat at the western end of the Ochil Hills in Scotland, and it actually prominently overlooks Stirling. You may just make out the Wallace Monument and Stirling Castle just to the right of it. There are a couple of car parks down at the bottom of the hill which were mobbed. Matter of fact, there's a huge swathe of people heading up the hill, a lot busier than I expected. Quite busy at the summit, lots of people up. You've got a lovely view out towards the Forth, and you can actually just make out the Forth bridges, the rail bridge and road bridge. And just over here actually, in front, this rocky outcrop, on top of there is the remnants of a Pictish fort. And it's actually said that when they were building Stirling Castle, they used stone from that old fort. Way back in 875, for instance, you had, I think it was King Constantine, who actually fought the Vikings over here somewhere. And then you had the Romans, and then settlements of the Picts. You had Pict fort scattered all over here. Yeah, quite incredible. And talking of warfare, just behind the camera, the road that you come in on to the car park, I think if you follow it round, it takes you to a site where there is a section of replica Atlantic Wall.
The inclusion at this point of captured German newsreel pictures of Hitler's Atlantic Wall pre-invasion has a most useful purpose. Apart from the fact that we see Field Marshal Rommel making a round of inspection, it emphasizes the German swing over from the offensive to the defensive state of mind,
which was used as a training ground in preparation for D-Day during World War II. And talking of history, I was up at Orkney last August, and I did try and film it, but it was a bit of a disaster. And we were there for 4 days. It was absolutely brilliant. We visited the museums there, and more importantly, we went to see 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗃, where my grandfather was working up there when they were doing the salvaging of some of the sunken warships. That in itself is an incredible story about that and how they've done all the salvage works. I recommend you look into it. And then we went up to 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. Wow, you've got settlements there that people lived in really inhospitable conditions way back before even the pyramids were built. Incredible, incredible. And the reason I haven't been out much since my last video was the work I have been doing either on my car or in the house. Now, the car I bought was an Audi TT, and it has been a money pit. You name it, it's went wrong. I could put a big list up to now of everything I've had to do to that car. So most weekends I've been either under it or doing something with it to get it running right. And on top of that, I'm trying to do things or put things in place that I can retire early, and struggling with that one. So I have put in a solar system or solar panels and a solar battery, and so far it's working a treat, so that I can get my electric and gas bills down as well. And the reason for the gas bills is because any excess energy I export during the summer, I'm hoping is going to be enough to cover my gas bills in the winter. And then on that note, I had a new boiler fitted, but the original heating system that was in was really old. and it was that fine micro-bore pipe work. Could never get the radiators to work properly, so I decided to rip out the whole system and do it myself. New radiators, valves, all 15mm pipe work, and then get a new boiler put in. So between that and a lot of other stuff, yeah, that's where I've been, that's what I've been doing. And hopefully this year now I can start to get out a bit more. And I was actually out with my friend Murray a few weeks ago for a summit camp, and a great trip, but all the footage from the camera and audio was knackered. Just don't know what happened. There was just silence all the time, which some people might appreciate. But yeah, it was unusable. I've got bits and pieces of it. You've just got all the snow on all the peaks all the way round. Yeah, lovely, lovely when it's like that.
The winds have died down as well, haven't they?
Yeah, it's actually really still, really still. Yeah, but you enjoyed it? Have you enjoyed it so far?
Ah, it's been brilliant.
Yeah.
Just what I needed. And yeah,
I don't know if it's what I needed. My legs are killing. I'm going to be in agony tomorrow. Oh, gee whiz.
You're starting at sea level though, remember? We're nearly at 800 metres here, so...
Yeah, it is and it's a steep trek.
Aye.
Matter of fact, the worst bit's actually coming up past the wooded area. It's just a bit of a bog fest, and I think you say in the summer when it's like this high in ferns.
Oof, it'd be a struggle.
Yeah, it'd be wild. Yeah, check out the ice. How you doing, pal?
How you doing, stranger?
My hands are freezing.
Well, I'm coming up though, I have to say. I shed a layer coming up and got rid of the hat, but
Yeah,
I can feel it here.
I've been waiting. I'm freezing.
Have you thought about any spots or anything?
I've had a little look about it. It's, yeah, interesting.
Okay.
Well, that was Andrew Park. It's just arrived, but when we're at the summit, there's that many people still coming up, and mountain bikers and such like, so have come down to this section here for this little bit of hillside. It's actually really nice and comfortable with the moss. So Andrew's going to set his tent up over there. We're going to try and find a spot. And tonight I have brought the Starlight 2 tent. Let's see if we can get it shoehorned into here. Well, there's my Starlight 2 tent from Robins, set up for the evening. I've had this tent for many years, used it all year round. And I still believe it's a fantastic tent for the money. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I was away with Scotland's mountains, Moray, for a summit camp down on 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, a mountain at the end of 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 called, I think it's 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. That was a hell of a walk in. For somebody that hadn't been up in the hills for such a long time, I did ask him to take it gentle.
165.
165 metres. How many to go?
About 700. We'll up there in no time.
Well, his idea of a gentle walk is something to behold. But anyway, had a fantastic time. But when I was on the summit there setting up, I did discuss one of the modifications I made in regards to the end poles to make them removable. And it was a guy on YouTube that had come up with the idea. I'll show you that clip just now, and I'll give you a little bit of an insight. But what it does do is it makes for packing the tent down far easier in your rucksack. I think it's just a fantastic but simple idea that this guy come up with. Here are the end poles. Now, the way the tent comes originally is the ends are actually screwed in, so it's permanently fixed in position. What I've done is remove those screw-in ones and just used traditional like tent ferrules with a bit of shock cord through, and or pole ferrules, and that way you can just slip them in the holes and if I can just sliding on the with my gloves here and just clip it in. That allows you to remove these, as I said, and roll up the tent a lot smaller. And the tent for the 2 persons coming in at maybe, I think it's about 2.2 kilograms. Honestly, it's not that heavy. People say that it's a heavy tent. If you're happy to carry a 2.4 kilogram 𝗿𝗲𝗺𝗀𝗃 solo, I don't see the issue here. And at the price point, yeah, it's fantastic. I keep saying this material, I just really like it. It's a lot thicker, so it doesn't flap as much in the wind. I mean, the tent really does instill confidence if it's pegged out well, and I've never had an issue with it in really stormy weather. I've just kitted everything out in the Starlight here. I have my water ready for cooking, just some dilute juice, my little nightcap, and I brought a new pot to try. And as usual, I've got a pot noodle and some sandwiches. I've got my rucksack tucked in there, and I've got the Light Tour sleeping pad with a Rab Alpine 600 sleeping bag. I also bought a pair, a pair of the Nature Hike down trousers. I've seen that many people on YouTube using them. I said, right, I need to give them a bash, see what I'm missing out on. I think they're about £40 or £45 on Amazon. What tent's this, Andy?
This is a pre-tent's border, so it's a 4-season tent from Korea, I think, actually. Nobody sells it in the UK, so I had to import it. £440 landed, which is not, I don't think it's too bad actually, because it's a quality tent, you know.
I think I'm just getting tight because the thought of any tent over, £300 gives me the fear. Yeah.
There's a magic, I think there is a magic level about the 300 mark for most tents, but yeah.
I can remember when the 𝗿𝗲𝗺𝗀𝗃 solo was only about £400.
I know, that's how old we are.
I know. And that was splashing out back then.
That's true, I suppose. I guess if you keep your 𝗿𝗲𝗺𝗃 long enough, it's an investment by the time you sell it second hand.
Yeah, probably worth about £1.5 in a few years.
Yeah. But it's not bad. I mean, even with that vestibule, that's 1.3 kilos.
Yeah.
So that's pretty light, for the space you get in it. You would get 2 in it a push. You can have a quick look there, but you want. But it's really it's more a roomy solo, I would think, or an assault tent for 2.
Nice setup. I noticed you've got the fire maple pot as well. I was just saying there, I've actually just got one of those because of the try bit on the bottom.
Yeah, I do like it. It's a lot more efficient on the gas.
I've seen other people use them as well, and it was like,
it's not too heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, I did like my titanium mug, which I'll still use with alcohol.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'll use my little 𝗿𝗃 one for the alcohol stove and then try that in the winter.
When you're going ultralight, but this is kind of handy for most of the year, the colder time. So, yeah.
The thing is, we're kind of sitting right on the trail, so everybody coming off, it's going right past the tents. Matter of fact, there's a trail that goes right at the back here. Yeah, people are cycling, running and cycling past. But check out the views, the Forth over there.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. It is a vantage point and a half, I must say.
Yeah, it's great. For such an easy walk up, it does have a great view. I mean, I guess the downside is the crowds, but hopefully they'll die down later on, once it gets pitch black and colder. But yeah, it's lovely.
As I was saying to Andrew as well, I need to do a lot more, or I want to do a lot more exploring here. Maybe see me and Andrew do a few more adventures up in Ochils.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Because it's something different. Yeah, it's certainly something.
Yeah, for some old mines, as you say, and historical stuff to explore, it'd be good to come back in, get a look at it.
People do a lot of mountain biking here as well. There's lots of mountain bike routes over the tops.
Yeah, I can see it's ideal over there, actually. Yeah. On my e-bike, that would be no hassle.
Yeah.
Doing a circuit or whatever, wouldn't take you long.
But I think it's nearly time for getting the
soup on
brew.
Yeah. A brew with a view.
Check out this way. Never even noticed the sun going down. One pot noodle. I did make a rookie error though. I forgot to bring coffee sachets. So no hot drinks for me. Can't believe that. It'll just have to be some rum and coke instead. Okay, right, there's the sandwiches. I've had one already. Oh, only the best when I go out camping. What a weird place to camp. You finished your supper?
Actually, I haven't broken out the red wine yet, which comes in the patented breast milk bag.
I know, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it works.
Great idea.
It's
Yeah.
super light and it's well sealed, so it's not leaking anywhere. And you just tear that spout off, and off you go. So you'll have some of that in a minute. Do you think you get up to the summit or something, maybe?
Yeah, you have a wee wander about, yeah.
I wonder, let me see.
It's a blood moon tonight as well. Eh?
It was last
You
night.
see it there?
Is it again tonight? Eh?
Yeah. It's just weird camping so close to a city.
I think it's the most light pollution I've ever seen
Yeah.
at a camp. It's got to be the...
It's not normal, yeah.
Yeah, it really is unusual. I mean, considering we're, what, 1,300 feet or something like that?
Yeah. It is a fair height, yeah.
It's still a fair height, but yeah, it feels like you're really in amongst all the city lights.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind, because it's nice to watch, but I don't mind it. Because it's relatively quiet. I'm not getting an awful lot of noise pollution at the moment, but yeah, it was so cold, I had to come in here and just cook up for a minute, get some calories.
You've got the down trousers on.
Oh, yeah, should have brought it tonight.
Did you not bring them?
No. I just thought,
A rookie error, come on.
no, I thought I'd go really minimalist tonight. That's it, gloves. That's about the only luxury I've got. I do have the down boots, but they'll go on later when I just get inside the inner tent and chill out. I'll put them on.
The two of us have retired to our tents. Oh wow, it's cold out there. I think it's to get down to -2. And poor Andrew, he didn't bring a lot of his winter gear. He kind of went lightweight, so he's feeling the cold. Now these down trousers are an absolute godsend. Sat out there blethering and felt great. I wish I'd got them a long time ago, and now I can understand why there's a lot of other wild camping YouTubers that use them. Absolutely brilliant. So that's it. I had my rum and coke, had a blether, put the world to rights. Yeah, just a bit of a catch up, because I don't know the last time I was out with Andrew for a camp. A long time ago. So that's it. I'm going to hit the sack. Let's see what it's like in the morning, see how frosty it gets. Yeah, and take it from there. But good to get out. Nice to try somewhere different. I don't know if I'd come back here for a camp. It was busy. There was even people at 10 o'clock still coming off, and there was somebody running up, and yeah, a bit too busy for my tastes. But anyway, that's it until tomorrow. Yeah, let's see how the night goes. That was a cold one last night. Yeah, still a bit bleary eyed. Oh. Morning, Andrew.
Got the hot there.
You sleep okay?
Eventually, first hour was nippy.
Yeah.
Went to bed cold. Took ages for my feet to get warm again, and then ended up putting the down jacket on in the bag last night. But after that, it was good. And then the last couple of hours there, actually, it seemed to warm up, or maybe I warmed up, but it was nice.
Yeah, sun coming up there, lovely. Plenty of people on the hill already, eh?
It's one busy place. You don't come here for isolation, that's for sure.
No. Well, that's it folks for this one. Good to be back out. Going to get this packed away and back to the car and home for breakfast. Great to get out with Andrew again. Had a fantastic time. Just chatting last night. Yeah, plenty of stuff going on at home, so I don't know when I will be out again, but very soon I hope. And yeah, from Dumyat Hill and Stirling, yeah, great trip.
Thanks to Ray for inviting me out, that was great, enjoyed that, was good fun.
Yeah, it was good, enjoyed it. It's a busy place, so
It is a busy place, yeah, hence the reason we're bailing out pretty early.
yeah.
It's a wee bit like urban camping.
Time to get out of Dodge.